might be wondering whether you'll thrive in a university that's this large. That's where the Honors College comes in. First of all, it's not that large. Right now, there are about 1,700 students, and classes in the Honors College are no larger than 24 students. You're going to have an honors advisor from day one, and you're going to learn about resources and opportunities that are focused on your well-being and success. Student organizations, publications, UIC's 7 cultural centers, study abroad opportunities, I could go on. We want to help you see everything that UIC has to offer and to take full advantage of it and to make you feel at home in the Honors College. In our space in Burnham Hall, we have a lounge with a fridge and a microwave. We have a computer lab and a study space, as well as classrooms and our offices. It's a place to hang out, make friends, get your questions answered. You met some of our students as you came in this evening. Then there's the academic experience. Courses taught by experts in their field with discussions by students with the widest and wildest range of perspectives and insights. These are classes where you learn from each other as well as from the texts and the professor. After your first year, you're going to be matched with a faculty member in your field who can guide you in your major and help you in decisions about graduate programs and the like. By the time you graduate,
sorry about that. There you go. Oh. Please,
all the time.
please. Sorry about that.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Really, you saw my hands.
There we go.
Thank you. By the time you graduate, you'll have conducted research of your own under the supervision of one of those researchers whose work makes UIC a national research powerhouse. Not only will these faculty guides help you make decisions, they'll also support you in opportunities like grad school and major awards. All those things add value to your college experience and get you noticed by graduate programs and the job market. We call it the best of both worlds, the benefits of a small college with the opportunities of a major university. But there's a third part of the equation that's part of your honors education, and that's the city of Chicago. Museums and theaters, the financial world and the political arena, all of these are a short ride away, and we want you to take advantage of them. Internships, shadowing opportunities at the largest healthcare complex in the country, maybe being part of a program at the Newberry Library. These are among opportunities that you'll have as a member of the Honors College. Engagement with the city is an important part of what we do as a university, and there are a million ways to engage. Beyond Chicago, there's study abroad, and you might have a chance to take a course that includes a trip to London to learn about pop culture in the 60s and 70s on site. Our class is there this very week, sending back pictures that make us all envious. This evening, you're going to learn a little bit more about the Honors College. Our goal is simple. We expect right now that you're curious. When you leave, we hope you're both better informed and closer to a decision to be part of our community. We want to be able to welcome you to the Honors College and to the UIC campus in August. Right now, I'm going to turn the podium back to Dean David Boyd. Thank you all. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dean King. Sorry about that technical difficulty, but we will continue. So I want to talk a little bit about what the Honors College is all about. I want to make sure that when you leave here, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So a quick overview. The Honors College is an academic enrichment program that includes academic challenge, academic support, supervised research, leadership development, service and civic engagement, scholarships and fellowships, and community. Now, those are very heady terms. If I were to take all of that and scrunch it down into a word that has 4 letters, it would be the one at the very end of this sentence: more. More opportunity to get to know your classmates, more opportunity to engage in academic excellence, more opportunities to do research, more opportunities to be better prepared as students so that when you leave the university, you move on to the next level and you will be well prepared as opposed to anyone that you are going to be going against for a position or an opportunity to do research or engage in graduate level work. So what is required of honors college students? It is required that you have a 3.4 cumulative UIC grade point average. You are going to be earning what are known as honors units, not credit hours. Those are 2 different things. And we'll be glad to go ahead and discuss that with you and talk more about it. You will also be doing this through honors courses and honors activities that are offered each term. Lastly, you're going to be involved within the honors college itself. Our goal is to, again, make sure that you are getting both the academic side of the experience of being here at UIC, as well as understanding how to network, get to know each other, learn something about your classmates, learn about fellow students, learn about your faculty members. The Honors College does not add to degree requirements. Instead, it focuses on providing opportunities for classroom success and out-of-classroom engagement. So we're going to take a quick look at Honors College by the year. So in total, you're looking at 18 honors units divided by 4 years. So in year 1, you're taking your honors core courses just like you are in your other disciplines. You will be taking 1 core course in the fall and then another core course in the spring. All students are also required to do first-year seminars. So if you are roughly in an LAS, liberal arts and science-based major, more than likely you are going to be doing your Honors 101 course through us, where we actually talk to you about how to utilize this university and how to ask for different things, how to go about setting an appointment to meet with your professor, how about filling out a grant in order to do a research project. We actually will talk about a lot of these things in our 101 course, and yes, I do teach a class, so some of you might end up in one of my classes. It'll be a lot of fun, trust me. At the end of your first year, you will be doing, earning 6 honors units in your first year. Years 2 and 3, you will be earning 3 honors units each. In year 2, you'll be taking a 201 level course, honors topic seminar course. It is less writing intensive and very engaging, more seminar style based. And then you will also be doing what's called an honors activity selective. So 3 honors units in year 2. In year 3, you're doing your 301 level courses, where essentially we are helping to prepare you eventually for the honors capstone project. You will also be doing an honors activity selective in that year as well, and earning 3 honors units total in year 3. The last year, you're going to be doing your honors capstone project. You will be doing that with the assistance of a faculty fellow that we will assign to you in your 2nd year. So you will really get to know someone who actually is in your field, who will serve as a guide, providing cutting-edge information, offering support, and helping to prepare you for the capstone project, which you will do in year 4. That is 6 honors units. You will be working on the project in your fall and your spring semesters. So in terms of the actual courses, just going a little bit more in depth, you have your honors core courses. They are interdisciplinary gen ed courses that are actually grounded in academic disciplines. So English literature, history, political science, any of those. We offer these courses to our students, and as you can see, they have some very intriguing names. Pandemics in literature. We just got through going through the COVID-19 pandemic. But all of the literature that you will be reading and discussing and writing papers on are all based on some type of pandemic that has happened throughout history. 201 are seminars. They're discussion-based topical seminars taught in more seminar style. You will be doing readings and having the chance to discuss certain projects, but at the same time, very interesting and innovative courses that we actually offer here. Please note, all of the courses that we teach here, that you see here, are offered only in the Honors College. You will not find this anywhere else. So you all are getting an exclusive, and you should all be very happy to hear that. Honors activity selective options. We have several that we have and that we allow students to take part in here in the Honors College, whether it's research, honors coursework in your major, independent study opportunities, internships, study abroad opportunities. We heard Dean Keene earlier talk about a study abroad opportunity that's here exclusive to the Honors College, service learning and civic engagement opportunities. Why do we want to offer these things? We do because a lot of honors students come in with a lot of heavy AP, IB, or honors courses that can be count as coursework here. So you can actually earn credit hours. So we want to make sure that you have not only opportunities to earn honors units through classes, but also you get them through engaging more and doing more research in your area of interest. And then finally, there's your senior year where you're doing your capstone, which is an individual research or a creative project under the guidance of a faculty mentor. Once again, we assign a mentor to our students, and they will have that background that the students are interested in learning more about. They will already be there. They will be a professor. They will be somebody that's heavy in their field, and will work with them as they are preparing for their capstone. And as you can see, this gentleman that's actually in the picture, he is in the process of actually going through and explaining his research project at one of our symposiums that actually takes place toward the end of the semester, usually right before our students graduate. They can be judged and get prizes and awards that they will receive or find out about at the end of the day. Everything that our students are doing here in honors actually will show up on a transcript someplace. So it just really gives the students the opportunity to not only learn and engage and do well academically, but also showcase what they were here for and why their experience was important. Benefits of the Honors College support, community resources. I mentioned our ambassadors are here. Please feel free to go up and talk to them about their experience of working alongside us while they are students. But we have a lot that we offer here, whether it's mentoring, once again, our Burnham Hall Tutoring Center that's right above our offices in Burnham Hall, honors study rooms. I like to point out the study rooms and the lounges because that is their space to actually come to, where when they come to our office, they will scan their IDs. We'll see that they're a current Honors College student, and then they could go in and take part in one of our 2 study rooms and then our lounge. Our lounge has a refrigerator, microwave. We actually have utensils so they can eat if they want to while they're there. They can sleep, they can listen to music, but it's their space that's away from the rest of the institution that they can call theirs. Okay, and they can come in as long as our offices are open, which are generally between 8:30 and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. A couple other things, cultural programming. We are considered an MSI, so our goal is to make sure that we have students who are also well-versed in their surroundings, getting to know folks from other cultures, and really being able to benefit in learning and networking and engaging with other students. So with that being said, I want to bring up Mr. Marvin Slaughter. He is an alumnus of our program here, and he's going to talk to you about himself and some of the great things that he's doing here today, and then also what this experience of being here in Honors College has actually done for him. Marvin?
Good evening, good evening. How is everybody doing? Good. Let's try that again. How's everybody doing? Good. All right. After a long day of work, it's sometimes a little hard to get up here and talk, before a crowd of individuals that don't have the same type of energy that I'm getting ready to bring. So we're gonna try that one more time. How are y'all doing? Good. There we go. My name is Marvin Slaughter, and I am here not to sell you on UIC, at least not intentionally. But I'm here to tell you all a little bit about my personal experience, right? So typically, when I have these types of conversations, parents are thinking about the return on investment for a degree. Students are thinking about, is this going to be a fun place for me to be, right? So we're gonna talk a little bit about both of those things. When I originally decided to apply to the University of Illinois at Chicago, I came in as a pre-med. Wasn't actually what I wanted to do. It was something that, my parents encouraged me to do because I can go and get a job afterwards. But after having a series of conversations with advisors and with staff at the Honors College, I found something that I was a little bit more passionate about. And changed my major to being a political science economics double major on the pre-law track. So the first lesson that I learned was to follow the thing that you're passionate about. The money will follow. I promise you, it will. The Honors College is a great place. It has a lot of different connections and resources. You all will have an opportunity to interface with amazing professors who have broad, networks of individuals that they can connect you with for jobs, for internships, for research opportunities, even for advising you on particular student organizations that you might be interested in starting. That was my story. I started an organization called the Student Advocacy Coalition back in 2016 while I was here. For anybody who's been in Illinois for any period of time, 2016 was an interesting year, primarily because we had a governor that did not fund higher education. So many students lost the ability to have MAP grants, which were, a pretty significant form of financial aid. So I saw many of my friends who lived on the same floor as me in my dorms, who I would have dinner with or have lunch with or play Uno with, unable to attend the next semester. And it encouraged me to start an organization that advocated for the needs of students and of parents. I mean, how many people have parents who can afford an additional $6,000 bill, randomly? So I started that organization with the help of faculty, with the help of students, with the help of the president of the university system, and it really allowed me to be able to, first of all, hone my leadership skills. Second of all, be able to really understand grassroots advocacy and organizing. And third, be able to apply some of the skills that I learned in the classroom in the field, right? I say all of this to say that UIC is an excellent place to be able to hone those skills, to be able to figure out what your purpose is, to be able to grow in that purpose in a place where you will be supported, where you will be loved into fruition, and where you will also have a group of not only just faculty, but alumni who will be here to support you and to connect you to work that is important to you. I am currently the Senior Research Portfolio Manager at the University of Chicago's Inclusive Economy Lab.
Continue.
Okay. I am the Executive Director of an institution called the African American Leadership and Policy Institute. I am the Chairman of the Illinois African Descent Citizens Reparations Commission. And I also do a lot of research work with the United Nations with the Permanent Forum for People of African Descent. And I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for the connections and for the love and encouragement that I received from my Honors College family. So for all of the parents, you're giving your kids into people who care about them, right? They're in good hands. They will be nurtured and loved into fruition. They will be connected with job opportunities and research opportunities that will allow them to provide for themselves when they get out of college and not be in your pockets. Can we get a round of applause for that? And in fact, when I sit down and I think about my experience at UIC, I am, awestruck by the fact that so many UIC alum are in so many different facets of life, all throughout the city of Chicago, all throughout the state of Illinois, and all throughout the country. So if you are worried about jobs, not as big of a worry, just as long as you come here with that intellectual curiosity, with that energy, and with the willingness to work hard, right? All right, so for students, it's gonna be okay, all right? You guys are gonna get an opportunity to grow wings and fly a little bit. It can be a little scary. You're going to make great friends. You're going to have a group of individuals who are going to cover you and who are going to encourage you and who are going to support you as you begin to find out who you really are. I know when I first came to UIC, I did not know who I really was. I didn't know that, I would be interested in pre-law. I just knew that I was a kid who was smart and had a lot of skills and a lot of interest, and I didn't know which direction to go in. But here is where I was encouraged to explore all of those interests. And as you are exploring those interests, sometimes you will encounter roadblocks. But this is where you have a broad set of resources to be able to support you as you overcome those roadblocks. So don't worry about that part. A lot of individuals worry about the idea of friends and friendships and relationships and interpersonal relationships. This is the place where I met some of my closest confidants and my closest friends. They're not always going to be the people who are in your major. I have friends who are doctors now, actually just got matched. I have individuals who are engineers. I'm in the public policy and government space, right? But all of these different connections allows you an opportunity to learn a little bit about something that you may not have been interested in at first. And those different experiences and that knowledge will allow you to be a more well-rounded individual as you go into the job market and as you move through life. I want to just leave you all with this. As you come into UIC, think a lot about what it is that you want to get out of this experience, who it is that you want to become at the end of this experience, and ultimately, we can help you to formulate a plan to get to that point. I typically open up for a few questions if individuals have any. So we'll go ahead and start there. Does anybody have any questions? Yes.
On the previous slides, they were talking about the honors activity selections and stuff, and I know my sister who went here, she did undergrad research, but there were also other options for internships and study abroad. I know at the senior year we do a capstone project. If we don't do an undergrad research, what else do we do for the capstone project?
Yeah, I don't think that I did research until my capstone. I started a student organization, which counted. I did plenty of internships in the city. I interned with a state senator. I was the deputy organizer for a mayoral candidate. I did a lot of different things that counted towards that experience. So there are a lot of different opportunities for you. And the honors college is generally pretty flexible in making sure that they can meet you where you are.
So do you do research specifically for your capstone project?
Mhm.
Okay.
Any additional questions? Oh, this is great. Okay, everybody already has all the questions. Hey, honors college staff, great job. You guys are providing all the information that individuals need, so then they don't have to ask me too many questions. Well, if anybody does have any other questions, I will be in the back of the room, and I am looking forward to inviting you into the UIC Honors College family. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marvin, much appreciated. And as I'm reopening the screen, there we go. I want to actually take this time again to highlight all of our campus partners who are here today. Some were not able to make it today, but what I will do is I'm going to kind of just pick out someone to point to first, and then I would like that individual to come up, speak for about 2 minutes, just talking a little bit about your program and why you're here, and then I will pass it to the next person. So I'm going to start with engineering, and I'll invite Mr. Williams to come on up here. Clearly, he was not ready for me to do that, but that is quite all right.
Good evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me without the mic?
Yeah.
My name is Keith Williams. I'm the senior recruiter for the College of Engineer. On behalf of everyone in the engineer department, welcome and congratulations. You have made it. You've worked hard the last 4 years, proving that you've earned a seat here. We saw that in your application. Welcome. I want to share with you a couple of things that we're doing in the engineering program that we hope you come and take advantage of. We're the only undergrad institution, to our knowledge, that offers a guaranteed paid intern program for our first-year students as well as our transfer students. I'll be in the back so I can go over the details with you. I don't want to take up a lot of time because some other colleagues want to speak with you as well. We have a number of opportunities for research. Just as Dean King said, we are one institution. Logistics, we are in the heart of the medical and the business district. Your faculty, your staff are on the cutting line of advanced technology and research, bringing all those things back in the classroom to make you a part of, to help you, teach you, show you, prepare you for life after UIC. Analyzing, rebuilding, restructuring, and making things better. They talked about networking. If you look around, UIC was voted by the Wall Street Journal as the most diverse campus in the Midwest. If you look around this room, these are your colleagues. Wherever you go, this is the world that you're going to be working in. But you have an advantage. You have 4 years or 5 years working in this environment. I always encourage students, when you come, leave no stone unturned. You guys understand what that means? You do? Okay. If there's something that you think you might be interested in, you go after it. This is the time and the place to do it in a very nurturing and safe environment. And we will prepare you for life after your 4 years here. Your master's program, your PhD program. So those are some of the things that we are here to help you accomplish. So now I'm going to turn it over to my colleague from College of Applied Health and Sciences, Mario.
Keith, you forgot your specs, buddy.
Good evening. I'm actually going to use the mic because I might need it. My name is Mario Diaz. I am the Assistant Dean for Recruitment in the College of Applied Health Sciences. We have 5 undergraduate programs in the College of Applied Health Sciences: kinesiology, nutrition, disability and human development, rehabilitation sciences, and health information management. We also have grad and professional programs. Our professional programs are occupational therapy and physical therapy. Like Keith alluded to, we are in the center of the medical district. My office is right across the street from the College of Nursing, 2 blocks west of the UIC hospital, across the street from the Jesse Brown VA hospital. And so we are surrounded by healthcare facilities, 4 major hospitals, and over 40 healthcare providers. And so if you are interested in a career in health sciences, this is a great location for you to be, because you are right in the center of where all the UI health system, where all the you have the opportunities to work, observe, volunteer, and do research. So it's a great place to be. And the impact of the UI health system is felt across the entire state of Illinois. And so if you received treatment, saw a physician, or went to see a doctor anywhere in the state of Illinois, chances are they were trained as in the UI health system. Fun fact about me, I am a proud graduate of UIC. I was a student here as a freshman in 1994. I know that's hard to believe because I look so young, but yes, 30 years ago, I entered this college as a freshman. And I have to tell you this story, and I know we don't have a lot of time, but I just want to tell you a quick story because my friend over there with LARES is here. My freshman year, I didn't do very well. I struggled in school, and my parents came here from Mexico in the 60s, and so they didn't have much of an education, so they didn't know how to prepare me for college. I didn't know how to prepare myself for college, so I did really bad. And I was about to drop out, and I went to go see my LARES advisor, Willie Rodriguez, and I said, "Hey, Willie, this is not for me. I'm not gonna make it." And he said, "How dare you say that? Don't you think you're never good enough to be here? You are good enough to be here because you were admitted, and you're gonna graduate." And he made me go see him every week, and we went to tutoring. And 4 years later, he was there when I walked across that stage, and he wrote a letter of recommendation for me to get into a grad program at Loyola University. And he's still a dear friend for me today. So he's now the dean at Loyola University, actually. And so I am very proud of the fact that I am a product of UIC and that I'm able to work here at a place that's given so much to me as a student. And if you guys decide to come here, trust me, you'll have the same experience because we have so many support systems in place for you across campus. And like Keith said and David said, there are over, I think there was, I'm not going to say, it was 200 when I was a student here. I think it's close to 400 student clubs and organizations now. So whatever interest, goal, or hobby you have, believe me, you will find somebody at UIC that has that same interest, goal, and hobby. And there are organizations for you and support systems in place to help you succeed. Thank you very much.
So since Mario brought up LARES, I'm going to have our rep from LARES come up and speak.
I know you guys could probably hear me from the back, but can you see me from the back? Is that okay? Okay. All right, good. That's a good response. So I'm going to speak over here. Hello, my name is Margarita Bautista. You can call me Mago, please. I am an academic advisor and program specialist with the Latin American Recruitment and Educational Services Program, needed for that acronym LARES. And I myself am also a product of UIC and a product of LARES as well. Very similar to Mario's story, so I came in undecided. I did not want to come to UIC, to be fully transparent. I wanted to get out because if either of this resonates with anybody, I'm the first one to go to college and the oldest and the only girl, at that point. However, it was, my parents were like, it's either here or you, that's all, no, that's only one option, you're going. And I'm like, okay. And honestly, it was the best thing that could ever happen to me. Obviously, I'm here working, repping, and I actually have worked with a lot of students, and it's a very great experience and also very motivating, because even though I've continued on and gotten my degree and gonna go back for another, it really started with that office when I did not know what to do. I did think my projection of gonna be a lawyer and I studied criminal justice and political science, and then when I realized this was not the field for me, I kind of panicked. And I went to my LARES advisor, at the time it was Jerry Martinez, and he was very much like, you know, we'll figure it out together. We don't need to have an answer today, but come back and we'll keep talking it through. And it was in that moment, literally when I stepped out of the office, that's when I realized I wanted to be an advisor. And from there, that's how I came 46 years later, that's how I'm here. So I'm very passionate from the office that I come from. I really just want to highlight that that's the difference that any level that you interact with UIC will give you, as long as you give that energy and you lean into that. Because you could have an experience that was very much like mine, where my first 2 years, it felt that I was just going to school, going home, going to work, because I was a commuter student in the Bridgeport neighborhood. So I really felt like I wasn't connected to the campus until someone asked me that question and straight up said, so what are you doing about it? And when I just stood there quiet, I mean, I have to do something. So my little piece of advice for everybody, regardless if you're a parent, if you're a student, or you're a sibling in here, is that to always make that initiative and always be willing to take on new opportunities, to be open-minded. It was hard for me for being the first one to go to college to stay here late. It was hard to say, hey, I'm involved in X, Y, and Z organizations, and I probably won't be done till 9:30, 10 o'clock. And I want to, oh my God, dorm. That was a big conversation to have, and I'm very fortunate for all the mentors that I've had and the friendships that I've gained, and definitely it was a lot of experiences and challenges on the road, but that's why myself, my colleagues that are advisors, we're here to not only assist students, but also include the parents if that's the kind of assistance you're looking for. As mentioned, I've spoken to some families here already. We're trained in financial aid. We could look over that fun FAFSA application or the alternative app. And when your award letter comes in, what does it really mean? We also talk about your career development. Do you have questions on your resume? Really, I like to say that my office can discuss anything under the sun that impacts your journey here at UIC. And if you're not Latino or Latina, Latinx, you are absolutely welcome to come to these offices and take advantage of these resources. There might have some opportunities over the summer that you could definitely start registering for, doing some research. That way you could already start to become involved before your first day of school starts. So I'll be sitting there if anybody has questions. I definitely wish I had more time to chat with you all, but please connect with us, and congratulations to everybody.
Okay, I'm going to bring financial aid over to have a conversation. I know that's a big deal with everybody right now.
It's always a big topic, and we're happy to address it. So thank you, David. Good evening, scholars and families. My name is Kara Holloway, and on behalf of the Student Financial Aid and Scholarships Office, I'm delighted to be here with you this evening. So what does our office do? Well, we really want each of you as scholars to receive as much funding support as possible throughout your journey here at UIC on your way to earning that degree, right? Now, as David alluded to, this year's been quite different related to the FAFSA. So just by a show of hands, scholars, how many of you have submitted your FAFSA or an alternative application already? I need for you to raise them up high for me. Okay, fantastic. It looks like most of us were able to successfully submit those documents. So what happens? They go off to the Department of Education, right? And then data eventually reaches our office. So right now I know parents, where are you? Parents, guardians, stakeholders, raise your hand. Okay, each of you are probably looking for what we call a financial aid notification right about now, right? Yes? They're delayed. Why are they delayed? We still unfortunately haven't received the information yet, okay? But no, scholars and parents, this is happening to the entire country. And our office is in the boat paddling with you. We are going to do the best that we can to get those financial aid notifications to you as soon as possible. As of today, we are believing that we'll start transmitting them about April 12th, okay? As incoming scholars, you will receive both a hard copy, yes, through US mail, and also it will be accessible electronically to you scholars through your my.uic.edu, or we call it your individual portal, okay? Now, once you receive that data, we're gonna help you to interpret and understand it, because we want you to know what the grants are, what loans might be offered, what the implications are, all of that, right? And then of course there are the variable things, the things that are not direct costs to the university, but that we know you still might need to consider. Transportation, snacks, Friday night pizza, that sort of thing. Books, of course, right? So we'll walk you through all of that through a series of financial aid nights. That's something that we offer every academic year. Right now, we're looking at May dates, but again, when we actually transmit those financial aid notifications, you will hear from us about those dates and be able to register. And yes, we'll have online options for financial aid nights as well, okay? Also, another fun one, our executive director, Rich Hayes, has started a podcast that we'll be releasing on Fridays. So our website is financialaid.uic.edu/podcast if you want to see Rich. So again, starting on Fridays, financialaid.uic.edu/podcast, okay? So that's the overview on the financial aid side. Let's talk about my specialty, scholarships. So scholars, again, wave both hands this time. I have some good news for most of you, because I'm guessing, do we have a lot of scholars going into the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences? Okay. And do I have any engineering people? I know that Keith was welcoming you. Okay, I see a couple. And do I have any College of Business Administration scholars out here? Okay, a couple, and I'm sure there are a few streaming with us as well. So, business and engineering. You may have received an email asking for some additional information from you. Please triple check the email to see if you've received anything from the college. Those two colleges sometimes need additional information to determine who their scholarship recipients will be. Everybody else, guess what? The same applications that you submitted to be admitted to UIC are being considered by UIC Admissions and your College of Study for scholarship opportunities. Admission scholarships, with the exception of one, are listed on that admissions letter. The one that has not been represented yet, we're still waiting for FAFSA data, okay? And that's for the Chancellor's Fellows Program. For your colleges of study, you can anticipate that the college will send, a letter from the dean if you're selected as a scholarship recipient, okay? Again, traditionally, those letters are released by the end of March, but colleges may need a little bit more time this year, okay? I too will be at the table on the side there. I also have some fun things if you'd like to come by and see me and get a little UIC promotional item. And again, congratulations to scholars. We're looking forward to working with all of you.
Thank you, Cara. Lastly, I'd like to ask Dean McLeod to actually come up and talk briefly about the College of Business and Education, and maybe even mention a little something about housing as well while she's here. And yes, yeah, that as well. Thank you.
Good evening. Can you hear me okay without the microphone? Yes. Okay, good. I'll put my presentation voice on. Welcome. My name is Stacy McLeod. I'm the Associate Dean here within the Honors College. For those of you who are UIC alumni amongst the parents, anybody? Welcome home. We're really glad to have you back. I too am a UIC alum, also an Honors College alum. So I definitely believe heavily in what it is we do within the Honors College here at UIC. So unfortunately, there were 3 of our college partners who were unable to be with us today: the College of Education, our College of Business Administration, and our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. We had a very large recruitment event earlier today. There were, 3 sessions and presentations, and so unfortunately, they were unable to be with us. So let's first start. We've got somebody from the College of Business over here, correct? A student? Yeah. So our College of Business Administration is a college that we have about 8 different business majors: accounting, marketing, management, information and decision sciences, entrepreneurship, real estate is the newest major that's been added there. What am I forgetting? Advisors? Finance, thank you. The benefit, of course, is that we're in the city of Chicago. So many of the students in our College of Business Administration get a lot of interaction with professionals here throughout the city through their Business Scholars Program, which many Honors College students are a part of. There are regular seminars where the College of Business Administration brings in various business professionals to talk about leadership development and some of the skills that you'll want to build while you are here. Now, another huge portion of our College of Business Administration is effective communication. So every one of you will have an opportunity to do a little bit of improv and to develop your communication skills so that you have no fear about walking up to a stranger and introducing yourself and having a conversation, because that is what helps to spur on networking. And of course, many of our business students do internships in some of the major firms around the city of Chicago, as well as some of the smaller and mid-range companies. So when you graduate from our College of Business, you'll kind of have the perfect array of educational experience that's been given to you by not only faculty, but by practicing business professionals. You'll have real-world experience from those internships, and then the ability to go out and network with kind of just about anybody. Is there anybody here who's in our College of Education? A teaching major. So our College of Education has 2 undergraduate majors included. One is urban education, which leads to certification in elementary education. And the other is human development and learning, which allows you to kind of figure out how youth development works, go out and do other types of educational related jobs that are not related to licensure and teaching in a classroom. Lastly, our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. How many of you are an LAS? Awesome. So LAS is the largest college on campus. It is also the most diverse in the disciplines that are covered within liberal arts and sciences. So anything from anthropology, English, history, psychology, as well as all of those natural sciences of biological sciences, chemistry, neuroscience, integrated health studies. So as an LAS student, you'll have a wide array of disciplines that you can pursue. Of course, many of our pre-health students are within our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. And LAS is also the college for students who are not necessarily decided yet, and that's okay. We typically will have you go into the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences because of that broad array of coursework that you can take as an LAS student. so that as you take some courses and kind of figure out what it is you want to major in, you can either declare a major within LAS, or if you decide, no, I really want to go into the College of Business or maybe into the College of Engineering, it's very simple to do an inter-college transfer into one of the other colleges. Now, all of you who are not in LAS, so all of the engineers and the AHS students and business students, you're still going to be taking courses in liberal arts and sciences, because all of the general education courses that every student at UIC has to take are typically taught out of LAS. So you'll have an opportunity during your first and part of your second year to sit in really diverse classroom experiences with students who are majoring in very similar things to you, as well as all the computer science majors and the kinesiology majors and the accounting majors. So you'll be able to have some really rich conversations in those general education classes early on in your college career. So the last thing I need to talk a little bit about is campus housing. Has anybody thought about living on campus? Okay, that's awesome. Campus housing is a really great way to kind of merge the ability to build some community with fellow students, as well as being right here on campus and getting very involved, because you're about 5 minutes from everything that UIC has to offer. You can, wake up in the morning, you can run downstairs, grab a quick breakfast and cup of coffee, cross the street, go right on to your first class, and after class, go to a study group with students within your campus housing facility, and kind of work on projects together, and maybe later that night go out into the city, grab a bite to eat, or go to some of your student organizations. Anybody who's been admitted to UIC can go ahead and apply for campus housing. It's a very simple $50 application fee. We would encourage you, if you're at all considering campus housing, to file that application pretty soon. Campus housing will begin to send out room selection information in late May or early June, and that will allow you to begin to select exactly where you're looking to live. Now, because you are all part of the Honors College, you do have the option, if you wish, to live in honors designated housing. There are currently 2 locations where we cluster Honors College students. One is in the James Strukel Tower, which is within Tower C. There's about 6 floors of all Honors College students, so all your roommates will be part of the Honors College. And that, of course, helps to bring the community together. Honors College students are very serious about their studies. That doesn't mean that they don't have fun. They certainly will go out into the city and really partake in everything that Chicago has to offer, but they are just as driven as you are. We also have a small honors community in the academic and residential complex, which is the newer of UIC's campus housing facilities. And it doesn't cost anything extra to live within honors housing. When you do the application, you will not be able to select that you're within the Honors College on that application. So you won't have to select that as an LLC or anything. We will certainly give the list of Honors College students over to campus housing, and then when you go into the room selection process, you will be able to select from one of those Honors LLCs. Is there anything else that you want me to touch on? Okay, so I will hand it back over to David. Sorry for my quick overview, but congratulations. We're really happy to have all of you here tonight.
Thank you, Stacy. She's had a long tenure here at UIC in the Honors College, and she is a wealth of knowledge, so I appreciate her standing in. Okay, well, this will bring you to the end of the formal presentation. We have our campus partners that are here. They are more than welcome to start engaging with you all. Feel free to ask all the questions that you want. Please take more food. And before you go, I want to tell the folks that are watching us via live stream, we will have people that you can actually refer to from our campus partners. We will provide that list. on our YouTube page. So thank you for coming. Thank you all for coming. It is a pleasure to be here with you today.